MSc Physics Martin, please. MSc Physics Martin, please.
Students, please take your seats. So during the entire proceeding, please maintain the decorum. Mobile phones, put it in switched off mode. No cross talkings among you. You are not allowed to leave the hall after 10:15 till convocation ends. The academic procession enters this side till they get into the stage until the invocation song completes. Please stand up and remain standing till completion of the invocation song. Photography is not allowed. Already videography, photographers are there, they will take it. So don't try to take photos with your mobiles inside the hall. Maybe if you have cameras brought in, leave it with your parents. They can take it from balcony, okay? Don't try to do it. So once first the invocation song ends, then director's report, then DOG member, Professor S.K. Srivasta's speech will be there. Then the chief guest convocation address. These three addresses will be there. Then the medal degree distribution will start. First we start with the PhD and dual PhD degree. Then it will start with the M.Tech. Same order like yesterday, computer science and engineering, EEE, mechanical, civil, biotech, chemical, rural technology, and then MDes, then MSR energy. After that, MSc MA presentation will start. First MSc physics, then MSc chemistry, MSc mathematics and computing, and MA development studies. After that, undergraduate thing will start. It will start with the BTech CSE, then ECE, mechanical, civil, and then biotech, chemical, then EEE, then engineering physics, CSC, maths and computing, then BDAS. So with that, degree distribution will end. After that, medal distribution will start. First we'll start with Dr. Sangal Sharma medal. Okay, once the BDAS things are getting end, all the medal winners come here and form a line. Okay, so first with the Dr. Sangal Sharma medal, then the Institute silver medal winners will be there. So the order as yesterday we started same order. First MSc Physics, then MSc Chemistry, MSc Mathematics and Computing, MA Development Studies, then BTech ECE, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Biotech, Chemical, EEE, Engineering Physics, PST, Maths and Computing, then BDAS. Then at the end, PGM, President of India Gold Medal, that will be given. So once medal is given, don't get down at the stage. Please stand near that podium. Once medal things are over, pose for the photographs. Yesterday little bit, someone shorter in the middle. Your face is not coming properly. So better stand in the gap between the people sitting there. Okay, so that your face below come properly. That is the one. Okay, after immediately posing photographs, the pledge will be taken. It will be read by President of India Gold Medal winner. Okay, so Anup Agarwal will read. So in place of your name, you have to tell your name. So Anup Agarwal, please read with the gap sentence, okay, between words. Like yesterday you did with the second time, you did well. So same way. So after the pledge, immediately after that, the Professor S.K. Srivastava, member of BOG, he will declare the convocation is closed. Then don't clap for the things, only for medal distribution clap the things, okay? For closing, don't clap, opening, don't clap, invocation, don't clap at all. So then after the closing of the convocation, immediately after that, national anthem will be sung. So you are requested to stand up and not leave the place till the member of academic procession leaves the hall. Today there is slight change. The chief guest and the director of the institute, they will go to conference hall, room number 3, where their medal winners and their parents, immediately after the convocation, please proceed to conference hall number 3. Medal winners and their parents can go there, and where the chief guest will interact with the medal winners and pose for photograph with the parents and medal winners. Okay. So only medal winners and their parents, immediately after the convocation, please go to the conference hall. Of course, we have to get the confirmation from the chief guest. Once we arrive, we will take the confirmation for interaction with the medal winners. So, while academic processing leaves, still all the last member leaves the hall. After that only you can celebrate, okay, whatever way. So before when they are on the move, don't throw gamachas or don't shout. So after the convocation, you should return the robe, same place, and you can keep your gamachas. Of course, gamachas, IITG logo, put it in right side so that it will look uniform. So put the IITG logo on your right side. So after the convocation, only return the rope, keep your gamachas with you. If you don't return the rope, then your cotton deposit will not be refunded. And some students still not submitted no dues. For them, in the certificate transcript, grade card will not be there. You have to go to academic section, submit the no dues, then only you will get your grade card. And PhD also, there are 2% did not do the no dues. You please do it, then only the things. Your certificate is not signed. Main important announcement while getting the degree. First, getting there above the stage, don't stand out. Till the stage you get in, walk quickly, briskly, you make a walk. Doctor may give handshake. I don't know whether last time he did not give, he just opened the degree certificate and gave it. If he is not giving the handshake, just receive the degrees and pose for photographs. That is more important. Okay? So, it depends on director. Okay. And in the degree certificate, if it is something messed up the order, you may get someone else's degree. Don't try to see it and argue with here, it is not my degree or that thing. So that we will sort it out at the academic section. Any mistake or you got anyone else's degree or you got an empty folder, whatever may be, okay? keep it with you. We will sort it out in the academic section. And after receiving the degree, please bow to the chief guest and get it that side. Already whatever the yesterday route, you have to come this side, get the degree and go back that side. Okay? That's trace. AC is not working. Music has started. तुम लोगों को बस EBP वाला का भी बोला. ये भी display icon is told. कि मैंने she has that so she has this so she can tell them to play. As soon as I start reading, you can tell and they can play. Both are at 10:56. And you can tell. So the volume. Hello? Yes, sir. I'm in the convocation hall. And that print we have printed, sir. We will give it to sir. So we will be soon starting within 15 minutes. Current members have all arrived, so we will start in within 15 minutes.
Convocation of the Institute will commence in a short while. You are now requested to switch off your mobile phones and maintain silence during the entire proceeding of the convocation. You are also requested not to cheer or clap after the invocation or during the award of degrees. Photography is prohibited. At the end of the convocation, during the time of academic procession leaving the hall, all graduates are instructed to strictly maintain discipline and silence till the last member of the academic procession leaves the hall. Do not throw gamochas in the air when the academic procession is leaving the hall. Only after the last member of the academic procession leaves the hall, you can celebrate. देवियों और सज्जनों, कुछ ही देर में संस्थान के 21वें दीक्षांत समारोह का शुभारंभ किया जाएगा। शैक्षणिक जुलूस अब हॉल में प्रवेश कर रहा है। आप सबसे विनम्र अनुरोध है कि आप अपने अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं और वंदना की समाप्ति तक खड़े रहें। आपसे पुनः अनुरोध है कि वंदना के दौरान या उसके उपरांत या उपाधि प्रदान करने के दौरान न ही जय जयकार कर प्रोत्साहित करें या ताली बजाएं या तस्वीर खींचें। Ladies and gentlemen, the 21st Convocation of the Institute is about to begin. The academic procession is now entering the hall. You are requested to stand up and remain standing till the completion of invocation song. You are again requested not to cheer or clap after the invocation or during the award of degrees or take photographs. S.K. Srivastava, Member of Board of Governors, is requested to formally declare opening of the convocation.
Namaskar. I declare the convocation open.
The Director of the Institute, Professor Gautam Vishwas, will now present the annual report of the Institute for the academic year 2018-2019.
Good morning. Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, F.N.A.E., F.N.A.Sc, Honorary Distinguished Advisor, Department of Space, former Chairman of Space Commission, former Chairman of ISRO, today's Chief Guest, Professor Radhakrishnan, the members of Board of Governors, members of Senate, faculty members, invited dignitaries, graduating students and their family members, all invited guests, member of the media, officers and staff of the Institute, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 21st Convocation of IIT Guwahati. I take this opportunity to express our solemn gratitude to Dr. Radhakrishnan for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest of the convocation and for kindly agreeing to deliver convocation address. I am delighted to share with you that 230 PhD students, 617 undergraduate students, and 507 postgraduate students will receive their degrees in this convocation. I extend my heartiest congratulations to all of them. I will now present a brief review report of our activities during the year 2018-19. The Board of Governors, the first item to be presented. Dr. Rajiv Modi, Chairman of Board of Governors, completed his tenure in February 2019. Entire IIT Guwahati community expresses its gratitude to Dr. Rajiv Modi. Professor Vishnupada Mandal, Department of Chemical Engineering, IIT Guwahati, joined the Board of Governors in January 2019 as a nominee of the Senate. Professor Anup Kumar Das, Department of Mechanical Engineering, has completed his tenure as the nominee of the Senate in December 2018. On behalf of board, I welcome Professor Mandal to the board and thank Professor Das for his valuable contributions. MHRD NIRF India Ranking 2019, a major achievement of the Institute came through the announcement of the Ministry of Human Resource Development, National Institution Ranking Framework India, the 2019 ranking results, in which IIT Guwahati ranked 7th among all engineering institutes in the country and 9th among all the participating institutes and universities in the country. It's called overall category. The credit for this success goes entirely to the faculty members, students, PhD students, as well as the officers, staff members, and all the well-wishers of the institute. The institute shall tirelessly strive in the coming days to achieve even higher rank. Swachhata ranking, the Indian Institute of Technology Guwahati has been ranked second in the Swachh Campus Ranking 2018 of higher educational institutes. IIT Guwahati jumped 3 places in the Swachhata ranking from its 5th position last year. About the international ranking, in QS ranking, we were in the engineering and technology category at a position of 278, and QS top 50. The other activities, I will start with Navodaya Regional Science Congress. The Regional Science Congress, comprising of all 83 Navodaya Vidyalayas in the northeast of India, was conducted between 2nd and 7th of December 2018 at IIT Guwahati. About 160 students and several teachers participated and co-organized the event, which was attended by the Assistant Commissioner of the Navodaya Vidyalayas, along with 30 principals of different schools. Tata Institute for Social Sciences and AESDII Eastern CSR Conclave, TIS and AESDII Eastern CSR Conclave was conducted from 4th to 6th December 2018 at IIT Guwahati to mentor the participating startups and deliberate upon policies and mechanisms for developing entrepreneurship and other opportunities for startups in Northeast India. Along with the participants from Northeastern states, several startups from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, and Odisha participated in this event. Global Initiative of Academic Networks, GAN program, was initiated by Government of India under the leadership of IIT Kharagpur in the year 2018. Now, IIT Guwahati is participating very enthusiastically in this GAN program. The initiative is focused upon augmenting countries' existing academic resources and accelerate the pace of quality reforms through participation of international experts in delivering and creating content and lectures. The Institute is also engaged in creating e-course contents for the MHRD flagship program, which is basically open online courses, CSS, MOOCs, and already 36 videos which were converted from NPTEL course to MOOCs course have been delivered. Usual academic programs are to be mentioned. Our institute offers bachelor's degree in biotechnology, chemical engineering, chemical science and technology, civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electronics and communication engineering, electronics and electrical engineering, engineering physics, mathematics and computing, and mechanical engineering. In addition, we offer another bachelor's program, Bachelor of Design, in the area of design. Master of Technology programs are offered in biotechnology, chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer science, electrical and communications, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and rural technology. We offer Master of Design program. We also offer Master of Science by Research. It is offered by the Center for Energy. Master of Science program in Chemistry, Mathematics, and Computing, and also in Physics. Master of Arts program on Development Studies is offered by the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. Doctor of Philosophy program is offered by all the major disciplines and the interdisciplinary centers: Center for Energy, Center for Environment, Center for Nanotechnology, Center for Rural Technology, and the Center for Linguistic Science and Technology. We do offer dual degree program, Masters and PhD in Computer Science and Engineering. We offer MS and PhD in Electrical Engineering, and as I have already mentioned, that we offer PhD program in all major disciplines. This year we are embarking on a joint PhD program, which will start, of course, in Food Science and Technology, and also in Mechanical Engineering with Gifu University, Japan. Now, our current enrollment, we may mention that 4-year BTech and BDS program, total enrollment is 2,737. 2-year MSc program, total enrollment is 266. 2 years MA program, total enrollment 63. 2 years MTech program, total enrollment 813. 2-year MDes program, enrollment 51. 2-year MS by Research program, enrollment 26. Dual degree MTech PhD in CS and MTech PhD in EEE, we have total 30 students, and our PhD enrollment in various departments is a very decent figure, 2,125. Now I will just highlight the number of degree recipients in this convocation. 4-year BTech and BDS program, 617 students have graduated, and most of them will be receiving degree in person, others will be receiving in absence here. 2 years MA, 30 students have graduated. 2-year MSc program in Chemistry, Physics, Maths and Computing, total 119 students have graduated. 2-year MTech MDes program, 346 students have graduated. 2 years MS by Research, 10 students have graduated. Dual degree program in Computer Science, MTech PhD, 2 students have graduated. And in various other departments and programs, a total of 230 students have graduated as doctorate. Total number of doctorate graduates, PhD graduates, 232. Now I will highlight about the development of academic infrastructure during the past year, 18-19. We could procure powder X-ray diffractometer system, then field emission scanning electron microscope, gate and motion analysis system, electric axial torsional fatigue UTM machine, single crystal X-ray diffractometer, GPU server, wearable wireless EEG brain-computer interface system, and 600 megahertz NMR with all other accessories. Lakshminath Bejburua Central Library, being a major service center of the Institute, provides library and information services to support teaching learning process, research activities by creating state-of-the-art facilities and offering innovative services. Better accessibility of the contents are achieved through subscription of a national portal and several other individual subscriptions. In addition, Institute has access to 8,824 online journals through eShod Sindhu Consortium and Delcon DBT Electronic Library Consortium. Institute has embarked on research and development programs very forthcoming manner. The major research projects received during the year 1819, we may mention about the FIST program in the chemistry department amounting to 594 lakhs, 5 crore 94 lakhs. FIST grant received by civil engineering, 3.34 lakhs. Fabrication facilities for silicon photonics, it was won by EEE department, amounting from DST, amounting to 2.6 crores. Development of lactic acid polymer-based pilot plant by chemical engineering, 2.37 crores. FDA approved drugs for tuberculosis treatment, positioning the entire facility. It was a program supported by DBT, 2.11 crores. Rural Technology Action Group, they got a DST grant of 1.65 crores. For strengthening the research facilities of the department, again, Bioscience and Bioengineering Department, they have obtained a grant from DST 1.44 crores. Then DBT TERI Center of Excellence Project Integrated Production of Advanced Biofuels and Biocommodities. It was given to Chemical Engineering Department, amounting to 1.14 crores. IIT Guwahati has a very vibrant technology incubation center which facilitates new startups. Presently, 23 incubating companies are working in this center. IITG TIC has been appreciated for its role in Startup India initiative of Government of India and Advantage Assam initiative of Government of Assam. IIT Guwahati Research Park. IIT Guwahati facilitates establishing the outlet of well-established companies within IIT Guwahati premises through the research park. Quite a few companies have evinced interest, and the forerunner is, of course, Oil India Limited, Numaligarh Refineries. Then, also we have obtained a center which is basically ISRO IIT Guwahati cell, and this will also be housed in the research park. Prime focus is, of course, this center will be remote sensing. Faculty and staff. Faculty strength at the end of March 2019 was 412. Among them, 161 are professors. Associate professor strength is 127, and 122 assistant professors are on roll. Research publications, previous year, 18-19, we had a very decent record of research publications in top-tier journals, indexed by Scopus. We had 1,738 publications, and in several peer-reviewed conferences, we had 778 publications. Now, conferences and symposia organized by IIT Guwahati, there are many. I will just highlight few of them. Young Investors Meeting during March 6 and March 10, 2019. It's a very important international meeting. International Conference on Functional Nanomaterials during February 22 and 25 this year, 2019. Indo-US Flow Cytometry Symposium, International Conference on Next Generation Plant Production and Bioresources Utilization Technologies, International Conference on Trends in Plant Sciences and Agrobiotechnology, International Conference on Biomaterials, Recent Advances in Bio-Inspired Nanomaterials, Frontiers in Chemical Sciences, and Annual Conference of Cognitive Science, to name a few. International collaborations, the Ambassador of European Union, Thomas Puszalewski, visited IIT Guwahati on April 10, 2018. He interacted with director, deans and head of the departments to promote several EU-related activities. Collaboration with the universities in UK, other universities in France, some of the universities in Germany. We are in very active collaborative mode. Now, UK, we had a visitor, Nora Diliu, the Pro Vice Chancellor of Cardiff University. Following this visit, Department of Chemistry again invited Professor Nora and Professor Thomas Witt as the keynote speaker in the Frontiers in Chemical Sciences conference held in December 2018. As already mentioned, we have started a joint PhD program in big data analytics pertaining to bioinformatics together with University of Heidelberg, Germany. IIT Guwahati has signed MOU for a collaborative PhD program between IIT Guwahati and Curtin University, Australia. Heritage Network, the first heritage workshop was organized on the theme Smart Cities as part of General Assembly meet. Professor Ruby Mokashi Punekar was elected as the Vice President of Heritage Network during the General Assembly of its meet. A joint master's program in food science and technology and a PhD program in food science and technology, yet another PhD program in mechanical engineering have been approved by our Senate and board, and all these three programs are starting from July 2019. This joint degree program, partner university is Gifu University in Japan. Japan Educational Fair, IIT Guwahati organized Japan Education Fair in collaboration with University of Tokyo on October 31st, 2018. The event saw enthusiastic response by the students and faculty members across IIT Guwahati. The other participating institutes were Yokohama National University, Saitama University, University of Tokyo, Gifu University, obviously Embassy of Japan, and a major industry from Japan, Hitachi participated in this fair. In addition, we had several interactive programs with Gifu University and several leading universities in Taiwan, including National Taiwan University. We have signed new 18 Memorandum of Understanding with different leading universities in Japan, Taiwan, Portugal, Mexico, France, UK, Czech Republic, Australia, and the United States. Inter-IIT Sports Meet 2018, the 53rd edition of the Inter-IIT Sports Meet, together with Inter-IIT Aquatic Meet, was held in IIT Guwahati. Aquatic Meet was held during October 3 to 7, 2018, and Sports Meet was held between December 13 and 21, 2018. Over 3,500 participants from all the IITs participated in this event, and it is really a massive success. For the first time, 3,500 participants, such a big contingent, took part in the Inter-IIT Sports Meet. So far in the history of Inter-IIT Sports Meet, this is the highest participation. Faculty achievements, few are to be read. Professor Punnamurthy of Chemistry Department has been selected Fellow of National Academy of Sciences. Professor Anumita Pal, Department of Chemistry, has been selected Fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry, F.N.A.Sc. Dr. Uttam Manna has been selected as the emerging investigator by the Forum of Journal of Material Chemistry 2018. Professor Parameshwar Ayar of Department of Chemistry has been inducted as an editorial board member of the RSC Journal Material Chemistry. Professor Parameshwar Ayar has been conferred with the Chemical Research Society of India Bronze Medal last year. Dr. Soptik Chandra of BSB Department received the Fulbright Nehru Academic Professional Excellence Fellowship. Dr. Pranjal Chandra of BSB received Young Scientist Award of 2017-2018 by the Biotech Research Society of India. Dr. Kusum Kumari Singh, Department of BSB, received Biotechnology Overseas Associateship for NER Scientist Award 2018. Dr. Ajay Kumar Punnamukara of BSB Department received the Faculty Award of Outstanding Achievement in Science from Kafr El Sheikh University of Egypt. Professor V.S. Mohalkar, Department of Chemical Engineering, has been elected as Fellow of the International Society for Energy, Environment and Sustainability. Professor Bhuneshwar Mandal of Chemistry was selected for Overseas Associateship from DBT, Government of India. Dr. M. Sharma, Professor Pradeep Yamabar, Professor Sambit Malik, Professor Devopriya Basu, Professor Vipul Bhuiya, also among the notable faculty members who received laurels of international repute. Professor Basanta Borua of Department of Physics received membership of Optical Society of America. Professor D. Vora of the Department of Physics became a young associate of Indian Academy of Sciences. Professor P.K. Giri received visiting research fellowship from University of Birmingham. Professor A. Perumal, Department of Physics, received Japan Society for the Promotion of Science Award from JSPS. Professor Mihipur Kait, Center for Environment, has got Hardilia Award. Professor Devabrata Sigdar, Department of Tripoli, has received Marie Curie Fellowship, and he spent his tenure as Marie Curie Fellow at Imperial College London. Dr. Chandan Kumar and Dr. Sanjeev Ganguly were elected for IEEE senior membership. Dr. Vinota Thaksam got BRICS Young Scientist Award, and Dr. Dipankar Bandyopadhyay, head of the Center of Nanotechnology, has been nominated as member of RSC, SES, and IISc. I would like to mention about the infrastructure development projects during the past year. A new classroom complex with 30 halls of 120 capacity and 6 halls of 200 capacities has been constructed. All the classrooms are having all modern facilities, including smart blackboard. Research building, we have come up with a research building with very proper HVAC facilities, and our new research facilities and new research activities are to be housed there. Guest house, second guest house, the construction and other development work have been completed. Already we have 40 rooms operational. The individual furniture of remaining rooms are being arranged. Soon it will be fully operational. Ongoing projects, construction of Boys Hostel 11, that is on. Although already in this project we have released 580 rooms which were used by several participants during the Inter-IT Sports Meet. Expansion of academic complex, the work is ongoing and several departments are getting extended through this project. Construction of 160 units of F-type residential quarters. 4 towers are being built. 4 into 40, 160 units will be available after completion of this construction, enabling us to hire more faculty members. Institute expenditure, the overall expenditure wise, our revenue expenditure was 310 crores, capital expenditure 163 from 2.25 crores, R&D expenditure 93.25 crores, and total expenditure during the past year was 566.6 crores. We have taken rapid stride on the activities of equal opportunities involving all sectors. IIT Guwahati is extending its best efforts to implement Accessible India campaign launched by the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. IIT Guwahati coordinated with the National Institute for Locomotor Disabilities, Calcutta, and Mechanical Engineering Department of IIT Guwahati, and organized a national conference on disability and social inclusion, the role of technology, during January 10 and 11, 2019. Para powerlifting event was included for the first time in the 53rd edition of Interactive Sports Meet, which was hosted by IIT Guwahati. I have already mentioned, but as I mentioned just now, that this was the first time the para-powerlifting event was included, following the tradition of Olympics. This para events for physically challenged persons have been introduced. A soft skill training program for non-teaching SC/ST employees was arranged in coordination with E&ICT Academy of IIT Guwahati. The aim of this training program was to enable staff members to harness soft skill and to provide public and citizen-centric services to all. Student activities are usual cultural event of the students, which is known as Alcharinga, was held during 31st January and 3rd February, over 4 days, the current year. Technish 2018, the technical festival that was organized between 30th August and 2nd September 2018. Both this Alcharinga and Technish drew attention of national and international communities in the related areas. I may mention that in Technish 2018, we had notable experts from NASA, from VSCC ISRO, from CERN, and from DENTSU and Siemens. Student achievements, these are to be highlighted. One of our students, Shivram Gautam of Computer Science and Engineering, he got prestigious Tower Research Capital Scholarship. Two of our students, Aditya Rajesh Patil and Vikramaditya Paidi of Mechanical Department and Aditya Rajesh Patil of CSE Department, they got Aditya Birla Fellowship 2018. As you know, this is the most prestigious undergraduate fellowship from Aditya Birla Group. Swashpati Tripathi got O.P. James Scholarship 2018. Among other medal winners, list is very big. I would like to mention only the names: Gaurav Agarwal, Bishay Raj Gayan, Muni Kumar, Sanjay Sukla, Devasmita Pal, Deepa Antony, Srijani Rai, Siddhartha Karmakar, Pratik Nag got PMRU Fellowship, Devika Datta, Dema Thangen, Sanjay M, then Jogesh Pratap Singh, G. Janani, Borun Saxena, Janu Soikia, G. M. Kumar, Amrita Khoi Rakpam, Kishore Banik, Krishnan Thakur, Harsha Chaudhuri, Susmita Girisha, then D. Bardoloi, Kushagra Agarwal, Pradyut Dhar, Dibbaganga Prabhat, and few others. List is again, as I said, very big. The detail of awards and awardees, these are available in the booklet provided to you. I would like at the end I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the students who are being admitted into their respective degrees today upon successful completion of their academic journey. Advancements of science and technology and social sciences are the epicenter of the advancements of the country. Your success will have a significant impact in whichever sphere or development you apply. I meant it for the young graduates. We, as teachers and mentors, have seen the pleasure of our young children growing into responsible citizens. I wish them every success as they take their place in the world and hope they will make their teachers and institute proud as the exemplary citizens and leaders of the future. I wish you all the best in your career endeavor. Jai Hind.
Professor F.K. Srivastava, member of Board of the Governors, is requested to give a brief address.
Namaskar, a very good morning to you all. Honorable Dr. K. Radhakrishnan ji, Honorary Distinguished Advisor, Department of Space and ISRO, former Chairman of the Space Commission, and our Honorable Chief Guest for the convocation. The members of Board of Governors, the members of the Senate, faculty members, invited dignitaries, distinguished guests, graduating students, their family members, members of the staff, and media friends. It's indeed great pleasure and honor to preside over the auspicious event of the 21st Convocation of IIT Guwahati. As we all know, IIT Guwahati has indeed come a long way since its inception 25 years ago. And IITG has made rapid progress on its growth rate in academics, in research, in social outreach, and all other aspects of higher education. I'm really impressed, and of course you all might have been, with the very impressive report from the Honorable Director of IIT Guwahati, Professor Gautam Vishwaji. I need not repeat, but you already have noticed that in every sphere of higher education, in teaching, learning, cutting-edge research, social outreach, programs on skills, industry, academia, connect, interinstitutional cooperation, including, several, foreign universities, and of course within the country, and also, sensitizing, the school education. In every sphere, IIT Guwahati has made very impressive progress. And also, if you look at the global competitiveness of higher education institutions, it does make a very impressive ranking, as we all know that in the discipline of engineering technology, the NIRF, that is the National Institutional Ranking Framework, it is ranked 7th. In overall category of HEIs, it is ranked 9th. So I think one of the top institutions, and I will not repeat, Honorable Director has already, told about the various rankings, the world rankings, US rankings, and also young institutions which are 50 years of age and so on. So fantastic, institution. You have, all my young friends, you have studied. I would like to emphasize that my young friends, especially the graduating students, should be grateful to your parents, to your teachers, of course, who have trained you, skilled you, imparted knowledge in every sphere, in your chosen discipline, and also to the society, the nation as a whole. And I'm sure you will pay back to the society, to the nation, in your own humble way, wherever you are serving, wherever you are working, after you have left this institution for your future career and so on. Well, friends, you all belong to a tradition named IIT, and of course you are an IITian. You will be known within the country and abroad, an IITian. So you have indeed a great responsibility on you. And of course, by your hard merit, labor, and dedication, you have to maintain high standards in your day-to-day conduct, wherever you are working, wherever you are serving. And let me quickly come back to the present scenario of knowledge, of technology. It is global, as we all know. You live in a world where we have global economies, and they are all interconnected, and the knowledge is recognized as a key resource for achieving economic growth, social development, technological development, empowering the nation, empowering the society, and so on. So, I'm reminded of a Sanskrit phrase, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole village is, whole world is a family, and accordingly, you have to reorient your thinking, applying your knowledge, whichever you have gained, whatever you have gained here, your skills which have been imparted by this institution, and all other qualities which you have acquired while you stay in this great campus. So that great responsibility is definitely on you. And I'll just touch upon briefly about the latest initiatives by the Government of India, by the nation, regarding Digital India, Startup India, Make in India, and so on and so forth. There are a host of others, flagship programs. And you, having been trained in IIT Guwahati, you have to, in one way or the other, contribute your might in making such programs successful. As we all know, that Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he launched the most ambitious program, Make in India, in September 2014, and of course also the skilling part is also an important issue, that our graduates need not be only need not only acquire knowledge, but also they should have the requisite skills and other host of qualities to be a worthy citizen of the country. Well, high quality education and high caliber research and development hold the key for advancement for any nation. And of course, successes and failures, they are two sides of the same coin. So I think present failure, I think in my view, and you may agree, that is the key to the success for tomorrow. So this will come in your way. Whatever your ambitions, your goals you want to realize, you want to achieve, it may not come so easily. You have to work very hard for that. And Honorable Director, he talked about Gyan, an initiative where you are connecting with the international academia, and you get the best from the international academic fraternity as well. Friends, the future, next few years, we are going to enter the Gyan stage. I hope you all know about Gyan. Next month, we are going to have the Chandrayaan 2 mission, where Pragyan, the rover, will be touching the surface of the moon and so on and so forth. Our distinguished Honorable Chief Guest is here. You have such challenges, such great technical breakthroughs coming in next few years, in the near future. I'm just citing this so as to sensitize you, remind you that you have great role to play in every affairs, every activities of the country, to make this nation a Vishwaguru, if I can say so, a technological prowess, an institution, a country where we all are working together, to remove the curses of, poverty, ill health, illiteracy, and so on and so forth. So, my young friends, I would just like to quote Robert Frost. Woods are lovely, dark and deep, and I have promised to keep, and miles to go before I sleep. I think it's you all, we all have promises to make this country great in every whatever way. It has rich traditions of thousands of years. We have to continue with the tradition. The modernity and the technology, cutting edge technology will come in. So all should be put together, to make this country great and remove all the curses. A society cannot be great unless all the existing ailments are taken care of. So we have to worry about the people, the health, the education, the environment, and every other thing. And of course, we have to be a powerful nation. So before I conclude, I would like to remind my young friends here, the graduating student, that Swami Vivekananda ji, in the year 1901, he had visited northeastern part of this country, great country, passing through Guwahati, and then he has come to Shillong. And I know you have high goals. You have to strive very hard, day and night, to achieve that goals, not for only yourself, but for the society, for the country where you are living in. And I would just like to once again remind you all the famous quote of Swami Vivekananda ji: "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." उठो, जागो और रुको मत जब तक तुम्हें हमारे लक्ष्य की प्राप्त न हो जाए. Well, once again, I congratulate all the degree recipients. आप सभी को हार्दिक बधाई, हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं. On behalf of the Board of Governors, I wish each one of you a very bright future. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
The Chief Guest of the 21st Convocation is Dr. K. Radhakrishnan, Honorary Distinct Advisor in the Department of Space, ISRO, and Chairman of the Board of Governors at IIT Kanpur. Dr. Radhakrishnan was Chairman of Space Commission, Secretary of the Department of Space, and Chairman of ISRO from November 2009 to December 2014. He provided strong and successful leadership to the 16,000 strong Team ISRO for 37 space missions, including several historic feats in the India's space endeavor. Most notably, he is credited for steering India's first planetary exploration mission to Mars, alias Mangalyaan, from concept to fruition within 4 years, establishing India as the first country to have successful mission to Mars in its first attempt, and at a significantly low cost. He has been an astute institution builder with a strategic vision, an able and diligent administrator, a dynamic and result-oriented manager, and an aspiring leader credited with nurturing leadership in the younger generation. An electrical engineer inducted in ISRO in 1971 at the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, he studied management at IIM Bangalore and obtained doctorate from IIT Kharagpur. He held key roles in avionics systems, technology management, space economics, and space applications for 3 decades. Importantly, he rose to become director of a chain of regional remote sensing centers by 1989 and the mission director for the National Space Application Mission during 1997-2000. During a stint of 5 years at the Indian National Center for Ocean Information Systems as a founder director, he became vice chairman of Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO and the first project director of the India's Tsunami Early Warning System. Back at ISRO in 2005, he headed the National Remote Sensing Agency till 2007 and the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center during 2007-2009. Dr. Radhakrishnan is a fellow of Indian National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Science, India, and member of International Academy of Astronautics. He is bestowed with Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian award in India, Alan D. Emil Memorial Award of IAF, and 50 more awards and accolades. The Nature Journal chose him as one of the 10 people who mattered in the year 2014. His biography, My Odyssey, Memoirs of the Man Behind the Mangalyaan Mission, co-authored with Nilanjan Rao, was published by Penguin India, Random House in 2016. Now, Chief Guest, Dr. Radhakrishnan, is requested to kindly deliver the convocation address.
Honorable Chairman and Admirable Director, Professor Gautam Vishwas, eminent member of the Board of Governors, Professor Srivastava, all other members of the board, members of the Senate, the erudite deans, heads, professors and academics, the resourceful registrar and non-academic staff, distinguished invitees, dear graduating students and their proud parents and spouses, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. I'm extremely happy, proud and privileged to be here today in this modern temple of learning, which came up so rapidly in this ancient city of temples. Being in the realm of space, applications of space for various regions in this country, I am reasonably familiar with this region, and I see the progresses that are taking place in this region, especially in the area of science and technology. And I'm extremely happy today we have two of those leaders present here amongst us. My dear young students, and I see the bright faces, I also see alongside the tears of joy rolling down the faces of your parents, and a feeling of satisfaction that is seen on the faces of your teachers, your gurus. And you have the branch IIT Guwahati, which is only next to the senior IITs, which are 6 decades old, but you are 25 years old. So let us take this opportunity to salute all those, the founders, the leaders, the alumni, all members of the staff who made this possible in a short time. The director gave a very impressive account of the progress of the last year, and he used the word rapid progress, represented through the NIRF ranking which I mentioned. Friends, as you now face the world, the new world, you must have a dream, you must have an aim, you must have a mission which you should be able to fulfill and ensure that the life that you had in this world or in the planet Earth had a purpose. At the end of the day, you should be able to say, this is what I have done to the people around me, the people who made me what I am, the people who lived for me. And what is that future, the future India that you talk about? There are several measures to look at that future India. One thing is very clear. Notwithstanding the discussions that are taking place on what has been the growth rate, economic growth rate of this country, India withstood the economic shock, the resilience that it showed, and it is considered the most dynamic emerging economy. It's also indicated that if you are able to attain a compounded annual growth rate of about 9%, we could be probably the third in the world in another 20 years' time to come. So that is the future that we should be able to look a prominent position for India in the committee of other nations. And you are in the field of science and technology. Science and technology form the engines of growth in any country, especially today, where technology is driving the development and everyone in the country is going behind technological advancement. And you all know the technology advances exponentially. When we were all young, there was a rate of development, but what you see today is very, very rapid. And we talk about disruptions, disruptive technologies that are making change the way people look at it. The marketplace is affected, employment is affected. We also talk about the fourth industrial revolution today. And where does India stand? If you look at some of the global ratings, on Global Competitiveness Index, measured in the context of this fourth industrial revolution, looking at all those important factors, we are in the median, around 55. If you look at innovation, which is essential for this technological advancement, again, we are somewhere in the median. So the challenge for us is to come up in this line. When there is a disruption, there will be a reaction. It should not be a knee-jerk reaction. We should be prepared to face this disruption. We should be able to take advantage of this disruption. And we should be driving some of the disruptions in the coming years. That challenge is in all these bright young men and women who are coming out of the IITs. So this is a great challenge. And if you look at the country, we are a great country. We have the legacy. There are several islands of excellence that have come out very well, especially in the post-independence era. But yet, there are a lot of gaps to be filled. Some of them I have listed in the text that has been circulated. But when you talk about equipment for the strategic sector, for health, etc., etc., there are a lot of things to be done. And that is another major challenge. Now, who is going to solve that problem? That is the demographic dividend of this country, which is in abundance, the brain power. And channelize that into team excellence and bring out products, processes that are going to be competitive in the world. And that is required for the growth of the country. If you talk to the professors and economists, they talk about three terms. One is the growth as represented by these indicators like GDP. We also talk about development, which is very important for a developing country. Is that wealth equitably distributed among all? Does it help all to improve the quality of life? There is a social dimension, there is a cultural dimension. Then comes the temporal dimension, which is represented by sustainable development, sustainability of the environment. The actions of today are going to have an impact. Do they give a negative impact for the posterity? The world is worried about it, and the world came together a few years ago, and there are sustainable development goals for the year 2030. And you are the people who are going to look at all those 17 goals. So this is another aspect of it. I represent a sector called space, technology application. It's a frontline technology in the world. Director mentioned that a space technology cell is being established in this institute along with ISRO. And there are a lot of things to be done if you want to make best use of this medium for the development of the northeastern region. And remote sensing is one of that vehicle, communication, and also understanding the climate, understanding the environment, understanding how to handle the natural disasters. It's something very relevant for this region. And also in space technology, there are several things that the institute could contribute nationally. I wish the very best for this new endeavor. If you look at space, people talk about rocket science. Rocket science means something which we don't fully understand. It is complex, it is large system. There are risks involved. But we learn how to handle that. And India got into, along with several other countries, in the 60s. And it has made a difference. Why it has made a difference for the country? Why it has made a difference internationally in the global ranking of India? That's a subject of study. Some of the facets I have mentioned in the text. But I believe it is a transformational leadership of the founders. It is a team excellence of generations of the 16,000 plus men and women who work for it. And their urge to contribute to the nation, national development, to be significant, to be relevant for the development of this country and the people around, that has made the difference. And India, amongst about 65 countries, stands somewhere one among the 6. And that has been happening because of this devoted effort by everyone to contribute their might and their minds for the development of this technology, to stand on our own legs with self-reliance, and to contribute in whatever way to look at the problems that the country is facing, that the region is facing. So this is something which we have been doing, and there is something to learn from this example. And finally, your learning starts today. What you have learned over these years, whether it is undergraduate studies, postgraduate studies, or doctorate, is how to learn in the future. Be a student every day in your life. As you progress, as you take up higher responsibilities, as the horizon widens, as the technology and science develops around, you have to keep knowing is important. Knowledge alone is not sufficient. You have to make your dream into reality. Doing that requires people, that requires resources, that requires leadership. That is something which you have to develop. And finally, there is something called being. Being is reflected in your character, the conviction, the honesty, integrity, the value system that you have. This has to be developed over the years. Then you become something great at the end of your life. So, I don't want to read out the convocation address, but I am also inspired by Professor Srivastava. He quoted Swami Vivekananda. He's a great soul that we all should be able to emulate and learn why he became great, why generations of people look at him. Put a target on you, what legacy you want to leave when you leave this world. And Swami Vivekananda told, mind you, this is life's experience. If you really want the good of others, the whole universe may stand against you and still cannot hurt you. It must crumble before the power of the Lord himself in you, if you are sincere and really unselfish. That is the crux of it. I should be merged with others. And if you ask me one single reason for the success of ISRO, I say when we join ISRO, the I is given to ISRO and we work as a team, a selfless service to the nation and people around. With this, let me thank the director for inviting me, and let me wish all of you the very best in life. Thank you very much.
The presentation of degrees will now begin. We start first with the presentation of the PhD and dual MTech plus PhD degrees. The Dean of Academic Affairs will present the PhD and dual MTech plus PhD degree recipients, and the Chairman Senate will confer the degrees.
I present you, sir, Amrita Bose Paul and others, including those in absentia, who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of their respective degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and dual Master of Technology plus Doctor of Philosophy, and pray that they be admitted. Amrita Bose Paul. Lalapendra Behra. Basant Subba. Om Prakash Singh. Deepak Joshi. Karan Singh. Adya Chakravarti. Sonali Biswas. Gopal Rao Gangadhari. Hari Krishna Veladandi. Satyabrata Das. Jitendra Prajapati. Sunil Dutt. Vivek Venugopal. Polas Pradin Datta. Barad M. Bhattacharya. Chilaka Ravichandra Rao. Debarshi Malik. Subrat Pataki. Arun Kumar Kadian. Sushanta Behra. Kishore Kumar Gajrani. Bukke Kiran Nayak. Rapur Sruthi Janani. Sunita Nath, Siddesh Desai, Jumrik Taipodia, Amit Kumar Radhi, Kulkarni Vihang Raj Vijay Kumar, Tanmay Kumar Dev, Subhadeep Chakrabarti, Sridevi Maharana, Krishna Chaudhary, Laichambam Sophia, Rocky Das, Smriti Jain, Suchit Kumar Patel, Rana Acharya, Duradarshi Chatterjee, Sulaim Muzadik Laskar, Madhulisa Patnaik, Olimba Boro, Kunvar Rahavendra Singh, Gaurav Goyal, Nishant Sarma, Subhajit Chandra, Anmol Srivastava, Muhammad Sahib, Shilpi Bora, Ravi G. Linganagar, Prakash Kishore Hazam, Babina Chakma, Praveen Kumar Jadi, Anuma Singh, Rahul G. Shalke, Sandipan Mukherjee, Monisha Javadi, Anuj Kumar Singh, Rakesh Kumar, Resmi Das, Padmavati G, Neha Arora, Arindam Sinha Raj, ईशानी चक्रवर्ती, देवी वासा बोर्दले, रूपेश वर्मा, भास्कर ज्योति मेरी, राजकुमार दास, शशांका शेखर बोरकोटकी, रणजीत सिंह, गीता कुमारी, अंजित कुमार मिश्रा, राहुल शुक्ला, राहुल साहा, कमल ज्योति नाथ, अभिजीत कुमार साहा, मोहम्मद रमीज अख्तर, विभूति भूषण दास, वेंगन्ना कन्नबैना, श्रीमोय भट्टाचार्य, प्रियदर्शनी कपरी, कमल कुमार पाल, सुरजीत हल्दर, सौरव पाल, अरविंद साइन तनवर, रघुनाथ बाग, गणेश चंद्र पाल, सोमेंद्र नाथ मुखोपाध्याय, मोहम्मद शाद अंसारी, महमूदा कन्नम, बालराम प्रधान, श्रीनिवास राव मन्ने, अनुज मोदी, राणा तलपति, आशलता राय, उत्सव मन्ना, प्रसन्नजीत साव, सौगदा विश्वास, जयंता बोरा, स्वरूप बारिक, मधुसूदन बेरा, प्रतिभा साकिया, कोयल चक्रवर्ती,
हेमंत कुमार सौ, ध्रुवज्योति मलाकर, रतन डेका, भास्कर पेगू, खंडिता बरुआ, अरफन हुसैन, विनीत घोष, अरुप ज्योति बोरा, श्यामली शर्मा, मृत्युंजय महाराणा, ललित गोस्वामी, विश्व भारती बरुआ, उपासी गोस्वामी, उज्जवल बर्मन, दीपांजलि दत्ता, साधना कुमारी, मेनेलिक वाले मैकोनन,
All recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and the dual degree of M.Tech plus PhD, please rise for admitting degree by the Chairman Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman of the Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to your respective degrees of Doctor of Philosophy and Dual Master Technology plus Doctor of Philosophy of the Institute, and charge you to be worthy of the same.
All recipients of the degrees of Doctor of Philosophy, dual M.Tech plus PhD, please be seated. We now move on to the presentation of M.Tech, M.Des and M.S. degrees. The Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, Postgraduate, will present all the M.Tech, M.Des and M.S. degree recipients, and the Chairman Senate will confer the degrees.
I present you, sir, Abhinav, Anshuman and others, including those in absentia who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the respective degree of Master of Technology, Master of Design and Master of Science by Research, and pray that they be admitted.
The head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering is requested to call the names of M.Tech degree recipients in Computer Science and Engineering and in Theoretical Computer Science.
Abhinav Anshuman. Rahul Sharma. Sivantik Chandan. Rahul Kumar. Piyush Singhal. Aditya Gaurav. Sunit Kumar Nandi. Sathya Khat Matsukpai. Nadapana Ashwini. Rajesh Kumar Jha. Ayushi Mathur.
हेमचंद्र कुमार कपड़ा, अनुज शर्मा, सुरवैया अमित अशोक भाई, सचिन कुमार मदेसिया, अखिलेश यादव, अर्पिता यादव, इंदु कुमारी, मोहम्मद जकी अनवर, अभिनव अरोड़ा, समुज्जल दास, एस देवी साई समीरा, इशिता, रशिता मुखर्जी, कृष्ण कुमार, भूपेंद्र सतवार, शाह विरल भरत, अविनाश यादव,
The head of the Department of Electronics and Electrical Engineering is requested to call the names of M.Tech degree recipients in Electronics and Electrical Engineering.
Sanjeev Mo, Swatantra G.K. Taksundaram, Anupam Deka, Ranjit Singh Rajput, Sushmit Bhattacharya, Sumit Kumar, Debashish Jyotishi, Naveen Anju, Shivendra Tiwari, Shankar Mitra, Ayushman Sharma, Wahab Khan, Abhishek Kumar, Gorakhia Park Hasmuke, Dubey Vinay Kumar, Vijay Shankar, Gaurav Shah, P. Shushmita Priya, Shyam Sundar Jha, Tenzin Thakpa Rotpa, Abhishek Kumar Anthony, Yangzin Lamu Lepcha, Gagandeep Singh, Diptiman Datta Barwa, Pritam Panda, Rajkumar, Balla Vijay Bhargav, Sriniti, Akansha Sharma, Shiv Kumar Tiwari, Mohan Kumar Karangi, Ronak Lalani, Aditi Satishil Sapre, Vikram Singh, Kamlesh Singh, Shashwat Gupta, Gaurav Kumar Mishra, Amrish Kumar, Somjit Homil, Pulmani Barman, Adit Agrawal.
The head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering is requested to call the names of MTech degree recipients in Mechanical Engineering.
Chittaranjan Goyal, Vasant Kakadi, Ovik Salukar, Abhay Misra, Sai Agarwal, Deepak Kumar, Abdul Soeb, Abdul Malik Sheikh, Talab Abdullah Sasikiran, Neville Mainansa, Vipul Brahmo, Andar Miyar Ketum Bhai, Kumar Gaurav, देवी मिश्र, अरविंद कुमार, भास्कर बोरा, अनु मोदी, सुमन माझी, सौरभ ग्रुप, अलीशा डायमेरी, रामचंद्र कुमार, नितिन दासमन्ना, अल्फा गुरिया, जितेंद्र कुमार, अभिषेक कुमार जायसवाल, हितकार कौस्तुभ मनी, विकास कुमार, प्रशांत कुमार दास, विष्णु नायक, सुरिता शर्मा, सोनल कुमार, अनिल सेन, जोशी ललित गोविंद, दीपंकर साहा, यासीर अहमद, रिद्धिमान सैकिया, कालुले रमंजानी, मोहम्मद सोहिब अमीर, अजीत एस्काला, दीपक कुमार यादव, दीपजी प्रसाद यादव, रसूल, रोहित कुमार सिंह, अभिनय राव, शुभम कुमार कुशवाहा, संदीप सैनी, जय पटेल, मिलिंद सुरेश रामटेके, वंदन करण दास,
The head of the Department of Civil Engineering is requested to call the names of M.Tech degree recipients in civil engineering.
Piyush Kumar,
प्रीतम कुमार ठाकुरिया, ओमी वेंकट हरीश, विमलेश कुमार, जुज्जा वरापू किरण कुमार, तनवीर सिंह, पिंजा प्रिया लोई, तोरी बासार, कल्लम नवीन रेड्डी, वी अभिषेक, मोहम्मद शफीक खान, धर्मेंद्र बर्मन, सीमा बेगू, प्रज्ञा पारमिता, दीप्तो देव, सुमन हालदार, कोकिली गड्डा गंगाधर, रिद्धि काकोती, आयुषी शर्मा, हिमांशु वर्मा, जामिया बसुमतारी, राहुल दत्ता, नीलदीप बर्मन, दीपक पटवा, वरुण कानू, घजाली रहमान, विपाशा माहौलिया, अभिषेक दीक्षित, अर्णव कुमार पाल, सौरभ कुमार, नवजीत सरकार, ओम प्रकाश वात्स, अंकुश कुमार, अब्दुल बसीर, नार्डोस सेपेरो टेक्नी जियोर्जिस, मेलेटेट सेगा गौसो गेबेगेहू, शुभेंदु परिजा, नायब मित्तल, मन्ने मनोज कुमार, किशोर कुमार घोष, शुभम मालू, एस के श्रेयस, Bright Star Weldin Singh, S. Jalaluddin Sadar.
The head of the Department of Biosciences and Bioengineering is requested to call the names of MTech degree recipients in biotechnology.
Abhishek Roy, Ajit Kumar, Rakesh Kumar Singh, Sadat Kunstikan, Paulami Adhikari, V.S. Pavan Kumar, Mona Lisa Ghosh Dastidar, Jyoti Prasad Kakati, Vikruti Rajesh, S. Manoj Kumar, Kumar Gaurav, Bharat Bhushan, Vishwaranjan Jena, Shalini Shokin, Neti Jyotirmay, Nayanmani Bania, Sudasha Ghosh, Chavi Bansal, Mohanapriya N, Imran Rao, Kamleshwar C, Kaushali Mukherjee, Radhi Nofal, Dipanjali Saha, Gaurang Dilip Gurjar, Monisha V, Harshini S.P., Perrin Anthony, Jyoti Yadav, Hirajyoti Roy, Gloria Basumata.
The head of the Department of Chemical Engineering is requested to call the names of MTech degree recipients in chemical engineering.
अक्षय बंदोपंत कुलकर्णी, उत्पल कश्यप, मृगेन स्वरूप पटेल, परमिता रॉय, चंद्रोदय अगरपति, जॉय पातर, प्रियानुज भूया, Chaudhary Shekhar Ray, Praspudita Paul, Shrikant Kashyap, Kuldeep Sharma, Rohit Agrawal, Mangaleshwar Kumar, Rupak Bhaumi, Shauradeep Chaudhary, Chevula Monica, Mrityunjay Roy, Vanlata Kaibarta, Advarshu Bhattacharya, Shubhdeep Ghosh, Saurabh Pratim Kashyap.
The head of the Center for Rural Technology is requested to call the names of M.Tech degree recipients in rural technology.
Ankit Soni, Sinjani Ponsodri, Shivalkar Rabab Kovidas, Sadiq Ali, Parsana Prasad.
Now the head of the Department of Design is requested to call the names of M.Dis degree recipients.
Adarsh Raj Shah, Viva Ikura, Amandeep Verma, Ashish Sharma, Balaprasad, Bharat Nara, Bhavna Nagpal, Vidupan Kalita, Himanshu Sharma, Jyotirmoy Das Rabba, Lalana Batina, Latika Jindal, Manas Pratim Dora, Payal Manohar, Prakhar Vinyas, Pratyusha, Pritam Chandra, Raki Kumari, Rashida Khatun, Rupesh Kumar, Sukrajit Datta, Sunanda Sahu, Surya Ravindranath, Vishaka Gautam.
Now the head of the Center for Energy is requested to call the names of MS Bioresearch degree recipients.
Rasik Tulsidas Gobe. Himanshu Sahu. Kalimuddin. Wesley Das. Rahul Tiwari. Paulomi Sarkar. Niharika Gogoi. Saptaswa Vishwas. Pankit Singh.
All recipients of the degrees of Master of Technology, Master of Design, and Master of Science by Research, please rise for admitting degree by the Chairman, Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chairman of the Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to your respective degrees of Master of Technology, Master of Design, and Master of Science by Research of the Institute, and charge you to be worthy of the same.
All recipients of the degrees of Master of Technology,